Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Hello, everyone. Come on in. It's time for some joy in the morning, like a cuppa of it. So let's get this party started. Let me just put out a message that we are live and we'll get going. So if you're finding it, help me share it, please. Share it to your timelines, your groups, wherever you can share it. All right.
Okay, I'm going to pull this.
Okay. Hi, Deirdre. Good morning. Good morning, Kathy. Whew. Let's go into our hearts. It is hump day. It's prayer day. It's the middle of the week already. So let's do some heart connection first, and then we're going to have our prayers, probably starting at the bottom of the hour. So hand on your heart, listening to the sound of nature. Slow down your breathing. Release anything that's not serving you, anything that's weighing you down, keeping you tethered. Let it go. And then breathe in again. And with this breath, add in some love. Just focus on something that makes your heart feel so happy. Maybe it's a hug, maybe it's an animal, maybe it's a place, maybe it's your home, whatever that looks like. Just add that into your heart, a special feeling. And then let's say our affirmations that we've been saying for 191 days. I am worthy. I am enough. Miracles happen to me every day. Opportunities show up everywhere. I am happy. I am healthy. I am a spark of the divine, and I love myself. Doesn't that feel good? Saying those affirmations. It really does make a difference. And now, our special cuppa flavor of the heart-brain coherence is to hug somebody. Give somebody a heart hug. Pull them right into your heart and say, thank you. I love you. Linda Lemieux, good morning. Yeah, love, joy, peace. That's what this life is all about. It's not material things. It's not worry. It's not complaining. It's just finding that peace in your heart. And when you can take the time to go in, to do that deep dive and go into the stillness, you find the peace. And we found our Auntie Jean. Somebody must have called you in here. We've been missing you, my darling. I'm so glad you're here. All right. So what's going on in your worlds? Any check-ins? Any prayer requests before we get to our list? Anything at all happening in your world, just let me know. And if we need to add something to the list, then we will. I am going to pull a Kuan Yin card for us. Oh, Deirdre, thank you. I love that. Thank you for that heart hug. And Hawaii is such a special place. It really is. It's not just beautiful. I was talking to Michelle about this yesterday. It's not the beauty of the place that makes it so special. It's the energy and it's happiness. You walk into you walk into a store or a restaurant and you're greeted with aloha. And aloha doesn't just mean hello or goodbye. Aloha is I see you. It's kind of like namaste. The spirit that's in me really sees that spirit that's in you. It's a very spiritual place. And if you've never been here, it's my hopes that you can come here. If I ever did win the lottery, I would bring you all here, every one of you. We would go on a retreat like you have never seen before. Good morning, Kathleen Caputo. I was thinking about you yesterday. And in fact, I was talking to our Charlie, and he mentioned that he had seen you. And I think you owe him a picture. He asked me to send it. I go, I don't have it. You got to ask Kathleen. Sweet Auntie Jean, you're just hugging everybody, aren't you? I love that. Okay, so what does Kuan Yin have to say? It is the medicine of the Divine Mother. Choose your divine medicine to feel grounded and peaceful. Your morning walk, daily prayer, or yoga class, your time to dance each evening or meditate, to do an oracle card reading, or sit quietly with a cup of tea and reflect upon what you are grateful for in that moment. Simple daily routines done with awareness allow you to feel my love for you. It's so true. More and more, I'm finding the value of that stillness. I am finding how important it is to shut down everything, just turn it off. There's a time for it. Certainly, there's a time to socialize online. We're so strewn out. We are in many, many different places and even in different countries. So the online socialization, it's important to keep us connected, but your soul needs some quiet. It needs that stillness. It needs that time just to rejuvenate and refresh. And I have been finding more and more every day, I just want that. I want that. Before it was like, okay, I need to make time to meditate. Okay, I need to do this. I've got lots on my plate, but I've got to meditate. And now it's like I'm meditating. It's like, oh, I gotta go take care of this. So it's kind of done a flip for me, and the meditation has become the most important part of my day. It's the time to go deeper. It's the time to get the downloads and the communication from spirit. And if we're not communicating, then things fall apart. So it's really important to do that communication, to sit in your quiet moments and just say, what do I need to know today, God? Or just say, thank you. How many times do you think about saying thank you to our Creator? And say, you're always blessing us. You give us miracles. You give us a family. Look at this beautiful family. that the divine put together. I didn't put it together. I was a vessel, but you all came, you heard the call, and this was divinely orchestrated. How many times have you said thank you for that to the Creator? And maybe take a moment each day and find one thing that you can thank God for. Just one thing. It'll bless your heart when you do that. All right, we had Catherine Kovacs jump in here. Good morning, darling. And Charlie, I was just speaking your name. I must have called you in. Good morning, Julie Kiss. Yeah, it's not too late, Kathleen. You can send him that picture. I know he really wants it. And yes, Charlie's son's surgery went really well. He's doing good, and he's not in ICU anymore. So I think he'll come through this with ease and grace. And our Charles is tucked away back home in Florida now. So Charlie, I'm glad that the travel went well for you and you were able to come and be there for your son. Kathy, send positive energy to Bob for his mental health. He seems to be so down lately. Too busy and overwhelmed, and even cooking doesn't bring him joy. Oh dear. Well, let's lift up our Bob hand. We don't need anybody to be down. Let's lift the vibration and send positive energy his way. Sally and Tony, good morning. Oh, yes, it is a beautiful, amazing week. Every day is amazing. And I'm just so grateful. I'm grateful for another day, another breath. We have no guarantees. There's no guarantee that we have anything other than this now moment that we are in. And I hope you take time to read the blog today. It's called Born to Fly. And I think we have time to do story time, don't you? Let's do story time before we read all of those wonderful names that are on our list. Good morning, Darlene. Thank you for being here. Okay, so let's see what the angels had to say. It is born to fly. If you want to fly, you have to give up the things that weigh you down. That's a quote from Toni Morrison. How often do we hold on so tightly to what no longer serves us? Our old wounds, outdated beliefs, or even the heavy expectations of others. We carry them like stones in a backpack, trudging along, exhausted, wondering why life feels so heavy. I've been guilty of this many times in my life. And where did it get me? Flat on the ground, feeling alone, lost, helpless, hopeless. Yet the truth is simple. Birds cannot soar with stones tied to their wings. Neither can we. The freedom we crave, peace, joy, and the ability to rise into our highest purpose comes only when we are willing to release what drags us down. I've experienced this so much in my own journey, and each time that I've surrendered something I thought I wanted or needed, like fear of being judged, a need for control, or even relationships that no longer aligned with my soul, I discovered a new lightness in my spirit. It was as if God had been waiting for me to unclench my fist so that he could fill my open hands with grace. And he always did. Dear angels, why is it so hard for us to let go of what weighs us down, Even when we know we want to soar, well, dear ones, letting go feels frightening because your human mind believes it's safer to cling to what is familiar, even if it causes pain. What you carry becomes part of your identity, and without it, you wonder, who am I? We encourage you to understand that you are not your burdens, you are not your wounds, you are not your story of your past. Each day is only a chapter in the book of your life. You are light, love, and infinite potential. Each release creates space for miracles. Each surrender lifts you closer to the truth of who you are, an eternal being, already equipped to fly. Trust the process of release, and you will find that what you once feared losing was only making room for the wings you were born with. The angels whisper, "Beloved, the sky is waiting. Unfasten the chains. Lay down the weight. You were never meant to crawl. You were always meant to soar." Angels, today I promise to soar freely and higher than ever before. And I hope you make that promise. I hope that you can feel in your heart and look and see, what do I need to let go of? What stones are there? What rocks are holding me tethered to the 3D energy and not allowing me to have the freedom to rise up to my potential? So that was the angel message, and our blue jean found us. We have our pair of jeans on the cuppa. Yay! I love that. And Kathy says, yes, this message is perhaps exactly what Bob needs. I will send it to him, and thank you, angels. Yes, yes, yes. Auntie Jean says, even though there is always one thing to thank Spirit for, I always finish thanking him for all my blessings. I had my procedure yesterday and they found nothing. Thank goodness it wasn't on my brain. Oh, my darling Auntie Jean, we have missed you and your humor. And yeah, I kind of knew they weren't going to find anything because you're just so beautiful that nothing can survive in you except love. I'm just going to put it like that. And Catherine Kovacs, we absolutely pray for you every day, darling. And I want you to start saying some affirmations right now. I want you to start saying, I am healthy. My body is listening to me. I refuse to listen to it. And I am healthy. Everything is working perfectly. Miracles happen every day. Start saying those affirmations and watch that change. Watch it turn around. All right. Do we have anybody else come in or any prayer requests? Charlie's soaring. You're always soaring, Charlie. I love that about you. Yes, Charlie is on a happy high. And yes, we are all happy to hear the news about your son, Brian. Okay, so it is prayer time. And thank you, our darling Deirdre, for putting up our daily prayer. And if y'all have anything to add to the prayer requests, put it in there now. We say our prayers for all humans, for Gaia and all who live on her back, for world peace, attention to human trafficking, support for all families living with addiction, for the coalition of the willing, for our troops, especially those who are deployed. Yeah, those who are deployed and away from their loved ones. prayers for our country, the United States, for my sister Billy and her daughter Paula, and any traveling P's. All right. Anything else for the prayers? All right. Well, let me pull up that list. And just as I read the names, just remember these are loved ones. You brought these names forward. You asked for them to be placed on the list and in the Reiki grids that our pair of genes have built. And let me go grab the list for us all to look at as the names are read. Okay. And our Marietta just joined us just in time for prayers today. Oh, I'm so glad, Marietta, that it's calm and that you're out there on the water. We've been praying for you and praying for a beautiful experience. And our blue jeans headed to the eye specialist today. Oh, happy horses. Yes, we lift you up for that eye appointment and see everything working perfectly. So, God, we bring all these prayers to you, the ones spoken and now the ones that are written. We ask that you see each prayer and answer it for the best and highest good. We pray for Perchetta, Percheer, and Goofy, Aunt Mina and Neil and Navritti, Jasmine and her family. All of those are our India family, and looking forward to big hugs from all of them in just a little bit. Prayers for Billy and her family, especially Paula, my sister Sheila and her husband and family, my brother Gary, Cecil Boone and his family, Nola, Joanne Castrillo, her husband John and their family, especially her daughter Jackie and grandson Eris, needing special prayers right now and lifting them up high for a complete resolution. Dolores Cook, LZ, Elaine, Deirdre, and Thump, Deirdre's sister Steph and husband Bob, Adriel, Tia Fernetti, Mickey, Suzanne Millard and her family and grandchildren, her sister, and her son-in-law, who is deployed, Jacob, Marietta, and Ed, and the fur babies, Leo Harley and his family, Lakshmi, Ken, Jim, Ryan, Josie, and her mom, and I know sweet Ricky is helping us with the prayers today. Tammy Williams, Meg and Jim Lorio and their family, and Jim did well with his surgery and is doing very good physically. Jean and Ron Lorio and their family, and our Auntie Jean on the mend and doing much better. Mary Lou Burdick and family, Catherine and Michael Kovacs, your family and your fur babies, and lifting you up today, Catherine, for healing, for whatever is needed. Fred, Rosalind Good Vibes, Jimmy Wright, Sally and Tony De La Rosa and all of their family, and for Sally's grandson who is deployed, Stacy Phillips, Kathy and Bob Hand and their family, lifting Bob up for special blessings today. Your children, Bo and Candy Hand, Christina, Michael, Sonia, Paul and Marlene, Joe and his wife, Pat Moss and her family, Becky LaFave and Travis, Erica Hoppy and her family, Corinne, Charlie Coons and his family, Hope Wellington Marshall, her son and daughters and her parents, Carrie Baker, Andrea Gregg and Sparkle, Catherine, Annie Seven and Grayson, Cassandra and Destiny Ortega, Luz Orsini and her grandchildren and sister, Christine Lewis, Gail and Nick Zimmerman, Jennifer and Micah off on vacation and praying that they have an amazing time off of work. Oksana and her family, Herb, Caitlin and Aunt Gail, Isabel and Paul and their daughters, Beata and Juliana, Linda Lemieux, your sons and grandchildren, and your friend in Sarasota, and your extended family, Linda, your sisters. Stacy and Josh Lord and their children and grandchildren, and Mary Lord. And I understand that Josh just recently went through a procedure, so praying for him. John, Tatiana, Buster, Wayne, Lindsay, Aunt Inga, Blue Jean and Dave, and lifting our Blue Jean high for that visit at the eye doctor today. And may we have miracles happen there. And all your fur babies, all the four-leggeds, and including Dolly and Rain. And then we pray for Chance and Shasta, the horses, Noel, Rose, Sermon, Gary McCorkle, Brookie, Dylan, and sweet little Max. And I think they're off at the in-laws at Dylan's family, Brookie's dad, and her Aunt Jeannie, and Dylan's father, Paul. The Girardis, Jeanette and Ernie, Lilianne in Norway and all of her family, Kathleen Caputo. Prayers for our Mama Hada Bear, and love you so much and thank you for being here. Baby Wyatt, Baby Haven, Baby Divine, and all of their families. Caden, Kinsley Rose, and I see your message, Kathy. I will do that after the show. And Darlene, somebody please tell Darlene who our Ricky is. All right, back to the list. We have Kat, Candy and Pastor Bruce, Alba, Dottie and Don, Grace Isis, and all of her family, especially her sisters in Kenya, Raymond, Darren Walker, Arthur Thompson, Vicky King, Elaine Armstrong, Marianne, Henrik and Lorraine and John, Jeannie Aguilar and her grandson, Eric, Tammy Fisk and her family. She just had a beautiful visit with her dad down in Florida. Rochelle Martinez and her mom, Rose. Lori, Kelly, Stephen, Catherine, Ruth Anderson and her family, and especially her sister-in-law, Sharon. Jeannie's sister, Merle, Deb Goldberg and her family, Michelle, Crystal and Dean Nobles and their fur babies and her sons, Laura Hill, Julia Osborne, Sharon Rhea and family, Sherry Gatewood and her brother-in-law, Anaya Hummingbird, Tammy Hill and family, Phil B., Lynn Gallagher, Mary Crincoli and all her friends and family in Florida, Irene and Eduardo, Eddie Quills, Jose, Michael Murdoch, Jessica, Fidel, Camilla and Nick, Lynn Andriozzi, Frank, Albie, Kenneth, Bobby, Mansi, Kamal, Akil and the Pakistan orphans, Yuri, Scott, Mary, Joseph, James, Drake, Alicia Burns, Pam Dyke, Kimberly, Ellen, Susie Koff and Richard, Dido Clark and Harry, Terry Gilstad, Chiara, Marissa, Claudia, Marianne Pish and family, Cassandra and Danny Gary, Lenny, John Thaddeus Fiore, Kuka Carney and family, Carol Fisher, Deborah, Walter, Sue and grandchildren, Janie Stamler, Claudel Jackson, Chris Blake, Dante, Jerry, Kaylee, Trevor Jordan, Richard Weber, Charlotte Abrahams, Jerry, Michelle Landers and her family, her sons and her daughter, son and daughter, Kagan and Wyatt Linder, Barbara Kaufman McGillicuddy, Bradley Capone, Andy, Amanda Summer, Miles and Sarah, Joanne McCann-New, Whitney, Jude Dalton, Karen Gibbons and her daughter, Julie Kiss and all of your family, Courtney, Ryan M. Okay, we've got a little situation with the name list. Give it just a moment. Okay. Let's try this. There we go. Pat, Sophia, Aaron Parker, Angelica Compamans. And thank you all for the updates. I will take care of those as soon as we're done. Peggy, Claire, Carrie Klingon Butcher, Brian Hughes, Pat O'Connor, Yolanda, Selby Barnes, Robin Waters Dykes, and her precious mom, who seems to be doing well and is on the mend in the home that they've put her in. Joey, Terry, Solar and Maya, Leanne, Joanne and Leo, Sam, Matt, Charles and Nita, Yusha, Jen and Norm, Keith, Joe H., Marisol Soto, Deborah, Tyler, Chad Ehlers and Mia, Dick Waters, Milton Carbajal and family, Tomas Diaz, Cameron, Selby Barnes and Odd Barnes, Gun Ellen Sundahl, Maria Mitchinson, Higman Simpson, Lisa Jo Davis, Jordan, Lydia, Benedita, Rebecca Stewart Rickardson, Sonia Kay, Miles, Anjali Baha, Paula Graca, David Brett, Colleen, Dellen Hickson, Richard Barnes, Cole Grayson, Brandy Chari, JT, Francis Nalvin, Shauna, Danielle Riverin, Chris and Natika, Elise, Kara, Pam, Christine and Ed, Barbara and Diane, Kim, Catherine DeSanti and her sister Rose, Mary Jane in Vermont, Carol Caruso, Val Meyer, Tasha, Jocelyn, Linda Kraft and her family, Eric and John, Darlene Osei, Paul G., Liam G., Pam, Daniel McGraw, Minner Brumley, Rebecca Sherman, Joe Ketterer, Gabrielle, Ina, Donna, Nancy, Bailey, Jacob, Mary, Kim Bevan, Gabby Forrester just had a birthday. Happy birthday to Gabby. Don B., his daughter and granddaughter, the Vega family, Laura, Lisa Capola Matroni, Bobby, Elaine, Shiraz, Sharu, Adil, Laura, Evelyn Smith, Beatrice, Amina, all areas of conflicts in our world, all abused individuals and groups, wherever they are. Ashley Miller, Alina, Susanna, Lana, Grace Anna, Kim Cole Spentner, Shoshana Sebring, Stephen, Keith, LP, Adam Holmes, Bob Smith, Chris, Christina and Clint, Janine, Heather, Kim, Jennifer M., Cassandra Brown Henry, Tim Smith, Jeanette and Eric, Rachel Warren and her family, Mark Hunter, Pat, Ainsley Grace and her mom, Kathleen Viscomi, Betty, Judy Dorn, Kelly, Alma Jean, Jim Mershon and his father, Rebecca Abraxas, Dana Rados, Darlene Trainer, Richard and Nella, Strawberry and Coda, and Darlene's dad. Blessings to the family there in that loss. Patricia, Jennifer Schwab and family, Steve Newman and Carol, Janet, Blue Sister Timmy, Margarita Estrada, Donna Sobel and her daughter Joanna, Soma, Christopher LZ, Emerson, Luisa Almeida, Patricia Tarinas, Don Baker and his family, especially his little daughter Gia, Norman Ratner and Monica, Richard Scarborough, Richard James, Andre, Latrulia, Kathy's co-workers and supervisor, especially Amanda and Mandy, Rose, Danica and Annette, Mike, Emmanuel from Zambia, Lucy's mom, Mary, Dandy Williams-Weiss, and Vanette Hilma Mazel Kokahun, Justin Brown and family, James, Justina, Hans, Sherry Graham, the Wilk family, Ken and Tabitha, Susanna, Kelsey, Aunt Una, Max Smith, Jackie, Jeremiah, Noel Marshall and Bob Warner, Vinny, Dylan's Uncle Chris, Linda M., Martha, Shad Anderson, Joy, Holly Ann, Zita, Beiji, Ali, Bree, Stephen Hoskins, Tara, Soma, Ben, Pat, Dee Dee, Linda, Julie, Dana Benson and Kitty, Lauren Olivia, Alex, Margie, Anne, Rio, Mark, Adam, Alexandria, and Lexi, Robin Miller, Jennifer Mitchell's family, Warner, Terry, Liz Eden and Serenity, Keith Leggett's family, Leah, Gina Marie Burrell, Janine, Rihanna Stowell and family, Kathy's brother Paul, Chloe's family, Bob P., Ricard, Rhea, Paisley, Yoli, Carrie Kiss, Bentley, Elijah, Tony Ventura, Susan Flo and her family, Vicky, Alyssa, Paul, Carla, Layla, Allie, Linda's sister Martha, Joanne, all the flood areas and anywhere there's natural disasters going on, Arthur Peretti's family, sister and wife, Nell Kay, Michael Fanone, Ron Hall, the McKee family in Pennsylvania, Janine Burns, and Mila. And Auntie Jean says, please say a prayer for El Paso, Texas. Oh, darling, we certainly will. And praying for your safety and your comfort there in your hometown. All right, so all of these prayers we lift up to the Creator. We release the prayers that we have laid before you now into your hands, knowing that your love surpasses all understanding. May we find peace in surrender, patience in waiting, and joy in receiving. Teach us to remain steadfast in hope and to look for the signs of your presence in all that unfolds. Thank you, Creator, for the blessings yet to come, the lessons we will learn, and the love that surrounds us always. And please say this prayer with me. Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is darkness, light. And where there is sadness, joy. And joy comes to us when we release, when we let go, and we call it into our hearts. When we ask the divine to touch us, to guide us, to bring forth the miracles of answered prayer, the miracles of the desires of our heart. We acknowledge you, God. We acknowledge and honor all of the divine Mother, Jesus, the Holy Spirit, angels and archangels, and our masters. Thank you. Thank you to our loved ones in spirit who guide us as well. And we trust, we have faith, and we believe that each prayer is seen, heard, and acknowledged. And we understand that the answer may not be what we expect, but we know that each answer will come. So thank you. Amen and Om Shanti. That's a lot of names, a lot of people to pray for. and prayers for all. That's right. Thank you, Darlene. So keep these prayers in your heart throughout the day. When you think about it, if you're meditating or you're sitting in a time of quietness and stillness, just ask all these prayers to now come to fruition with the answered prayers, and for each of us to see those miracles happen in our lives. And they happen through love. So let's get the love flowing with the morning cuppa. Come on, Leo, you can do it. Tomorrow is our free workshop. If you haven't signed up yet, please do so. I think you're going to really enjoy this workshop.
Come on, let's play. It's a beautiful day. If you woke up this morning, might as well be part of it. One of it. Peace for peace, on our mission for harmony. You and me, mama, be on the lead wherever we may be. We create a portal where we can be together. The heart telephone is always one phone call away. Calling on the guys, the angels, and the masters. Take a deep breath, we're going into a new dimension. Morning cup full of joy, every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the bees and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you,
Thank you. I love you.
every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the bees and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste.
Full of joy. I hope you got your cup filled with joy today. Here's to all of you. Yes, darling, there will. It will be live streamed, so you'll be able to watch it on YouTube or Facebook.
Love always is the winning team, and you can side with us. There is always no space in the pot for more love. Take a spot and get the day started. Morning cup full of joy every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the bees and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning cup full of joy every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the bees and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste.
Hey, are you ready for your dance? Because there really is no secret.
We simply
Except align, allow, play.
morning cup full of joy every day. To start the day on the high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the bees and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning cup full of joy every day. To start the day on the high vibe, we call the
Leo.
cup full of joy with all the bees and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Cup of joy, cup of joy.
Woo is right. I love you all. I love you so much. Stay in your heart. That's where the blessings are. That's where the joy is. More importantly, that's where the peace is. And I'll see you back here. We have changed the Wednesday meditation to 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Just because of the time difference for me here in Hawaii. So check in back in at 1 o'clock and meditate with me and Dr. Ruth Anderson. Love to see you there. Take care, everyone. Aloha and mahalo for being here today.